Hey Putri.
You don't look like yourself today. Is everything right?
Putri, I don't know. I'm so sad. I just found out my best friend, his was passed away this morning.
Oh my gosh, sorry, Noval. Uh, I can't even imagine how hard this must be for you. Are you okay?
For now, I'm not okay, but I'm trying to be okay. But it just sudden. We didn't expect it at all. He was my best friend, and I feel so empathy.
I'm really sorry for your loss. Losing someone you love is never easy, especially when it happened unacceptably. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Thank you, Putri. It just feels so overwhelming. You know, I'm trying to be strong for my best friend, my another friend, but it's hard.
It's completely understandably. It's okay to feel sad or even overwhelmed. Losing someone is a hug emotional burnout. Don't feel like you have to be strong all the time.
I know, but I just want to make sure everyone is okay. I have to help with the argument and support my another friend. It just feel like everything happens at once.
You're doing your best, and that's all anyone can ask for. It's tough when you have to handle so many things, but remember to take care of yourself too. You don't have to do it all alone. Lean on people who care about you.
Thanks, Putri. It's really helped just talking to someone. I'm just so grateful for the memories of he, and I'm trying to focus and on those.
That's a beautiful way to cope. Cherishing the good memories can bring comfort during such a difficult time. You'll always have those memories with you.
I hope so, but yet just hard to imagine life without my best friend.
I understand it will take time, and it's okay to grieve. Take each day as it comes. I'm here for you, whether you need to talk or just need someone to sit with you.
I'm appreciated that more than you know, but I'm so grateful to have friends like you.
You're not alone, Noval. I'm always here for you. No matter what, we'll get through this together.
Okay, thank you, Put.
Okay.
Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Noval Hanif. I'm from the Information System class, Universitas BSI Pemuda. On this occasion, I will tell you about definite noun. What is definite noun? A definite noun is a noun comes from Latin word woman, which means name. Noun is the name of an object, anything in this world whose existence has a name, whether that can be felt, seen, taste, touch, heard, smell, or that which is not a noun. And the next slide is a definite noun function. The function of definite noun in English is to refer to objects or things that are specific or already known to the speaker and listener. In this context, the definite noun is often preceded by the article the. The use of the definite noun aims to provide clarity that the object or concept being discussed is already known, either through previous context or through information that is already known together. Some function of nouns. Number one is indicates a specific object or thing. The cat is sleeping on the couch. In parentheses, he means a specific cat, one that is already known or identified. And next slide is type of definite noun. Here are several types of definite noun. Number one is proper nouns. Proper nouns are specific names of people, place, or things, and are often used with the in certain context. Example from proper nouns. Number one is the amazing river, referring to a specific river, and number two, the Eiffel Tower, referring to a specific landmark. And number two is a common nouns, specific or noun. Common nouns that refer to a specific object, person, or place that both the speaker and listener are familiar with can be definite. Example common nouns. Number one is the book on the table, refers to a specific book. And number two is the teacher is here, refers to specific teacher known to both. Summary. Summary type of definite noun. While the definite noun isn't a technical grammar term, a noun becomes definite when it is preceded by the article the, which makes the noun refer to something specific and identifiable. The type of definite noun depends on whether it's a proper noun, common noun, plural noun, and untouchable noun. There are two classification of noun. Number one is concrete noun, and number two is abstract noun. Next slide is concrete noun. As a concrete noun in English refer to a noun that represents something that can be perceived by the five senses. Number one is sight, hearing, touch, taste, or smell. These nouns refer to physical objects or things that have a tangible existence, meaning they can be seen, touched, or interacted with in the real world. Example of concrete noun. Number one is dog, number two apple, number three car. And number two concrete noun is key points of concrete noun. Number one is concrete noun are things that are tangible or have physical presences, and number two, they contrast with abstract noun, which refer to ideas, feeling, or concept that cannot be physical perceived. And the next slide is the abstract of noun. Abstract noun in English refer to noun that represents an idea, quality, state, or concept that cannot be physically perceived through the senses. Unlike concrete nouns, abstract nouns do not refer to something tangible or material. Instead, they represent things that are more abstract or intangible, such as emotions, expressions, or quality. Here there are abstract of noun. Number one is example of abstract noun. Number one, to love, aka feeling, not something you can touch or see. Number two is happiness, an emotional state. Number three, freedom, a concept or idea. And last, courage, a quality or trait. Number two, key points of abstract of noun. Number one is abstract noun are intangible, meaning they cannot be seen, touched, heard, smelled, or taste. And last, Number 2, they often refer to emotions, qualities, concept, or states being. And next slide is type of concrete noun. Concrete nouns that refer to things that can be proved through the 5 sentences: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. They present object, place, and people that have a physical existence. Here are the main types of concrete nouns. Number 1, people, animals, place, things or object, and last, foods and drinks. Concrete nouns are things you can experience with your senses. They represent tangible, physical object, place, or people that exist in the real world. These types of nouns are easy to identify because they can be touched, seen, smell, heard, or taste. And next slide is type of abstract noun. Abstract nouns refer to things that cannot be perceived through the 5 senses. These nouns represent ideas, emotions, quality, or state of being. They do not to have a physical existence, but are crucial for expressing feelings, concepts, and states. Here are the types of abstract noun. Number 2 is emotion and feeling. Number 2 is quality or characteristics. And last, number 3, states or condition. This is the end of my presentation. If there are any mistakes, please forgive me. Thank you.